the idea, if it works, right, the idea of my app is basically to incorporate live times and scheduled bus times into an Android application. The question is basically that, just setting a formal question basically. So, my inspiration for the idea, how I came to the idea, is basically I found an app by two guys who did something very similar in Manchester, and it was really what they did was they just took public data. Those of them, Ben and Josh and Ben, both 15 and 19. What it does is it allows them to see the bus times based on the stop they're at. They can see any bus time at that stop, scheduled. Not live though, not like what I want to do. So that prompted me to set my goal and make sure I wanted to put a mix on it. So instead of scheduled, also live as well. So because that's what Sheffield has, it's the Your Next bus service. Personal experience, basically on my Android phone, to get home, because my buses aren't very regular, I use PDF files just to see the bus times. I also use the Your Next bus service. And yeah, personal experience, just use the bus site and everything like that, just so I can find my way home. So basically I want to make it into one experience, into one Android app. So basically, this is wrong, it's on the back. It's not showing the YouTube video. So I'll go onto the website. I'm just going to show a video basically of the Your Next bus service if you're not familiar with it. That's it.
Your Next bus provides live bus times for buses arriving at any bus stop in South Yorkshire. It is quick and easy to use and can be accessed via your mobile phone or computer. You can access live bus times in two ways from your mobile phone. The first and most direct is by text message. Find a unique 8-digit number at your bus stop and store the number in your phone. It will start with 370. Then, text that stop number to 64422. Each text costs a maximum of 12 pence plus your standard network rate. Next, you'll receive a text with the live bus time for the next 4 buses calling at your stop. You'll know how many minutes to wait and other details about the bus. You can also access Your Next bus through your mobile internet browser. Simply visit travelsouthyorkshire.com/YMB from your mobile and follow the guide. You can find your stop number here by entering your bus service number, or simply enter your bus stop number. Live bus information will be displayed direct on your screen and will update every 60 seconds. Your Next bus uses satellite technology to track where your next bus is, so you know exactly when it will arrive at your bus stop, making life that little bit easier. For more information on Your Next bus, just visit www.travelsouthyorkshire.com/YMB. Your Next bus is quick and easy to use, so why not try it today?
So that's basically the service. That's how it works on the phone, text messaging and online. So skip this. And finally, like I said, my passion for the subject matter. I don't think there's anything out there that does it, which I will come to, the competition Android applications that are out there at the moment. Similar but not the same of what I want to do. So the focus is the existing situation. Maybe it does work.
Your Next bus
Right, basically it's just important to note that the existing system is only browser based on the mobile, which is the main point. So you're going to have to keep on going to the website on a mobile and keep doing that all the time you want to use it. And the main focus of my project is I want an alternative to the browser and text messaging system. So you've got your browser and there's also the charging system if you want to text the number on the bus stop like you just saw there. Right, the actual live times display like this. I did this morning from my bus stop. As you can see, there are minutes. These are live times based on GPS. And the top one, the number 1, is actually, because it's just a time, that's just the scheduled bus time. So if it says minutes, it's live. If it doesn't, then it's scheduled because it's, I don't know, obviously it can't fetch the data. Maybe the bus service doesn't have it. Competition, like I say, similar apps already out there. There's the Catch That Bus service, which is Android based. That is only based on GPS. So, yeah, it's not based, putting in a bus stop number, and it's also not based on scheduled bus times as well, not live times. Next Buses is very similar. I think it's the same developer, but it's just for the iPhone system. That is a screenshot of the Catch That Bus service. So it just shows a map. I'm not going to put that in mine, and it shows the bus stops around. You click on the bus stop and see the number of times for a bus that's coming. That is what I'm basing my Android development on. That I'm researching how to code. It's my phone that I'm using. So it's going to be based on that, but it'll be compatible across all the Android phones, so I'll make it for the lower end phones, obviously, because mine's high end one. The project timeline so far, I've not got very far, but in terms of correspondence with Travelline, I have got very far actually. I've contacted them, asked them how I can get access to the live data. I received a reply, and basically they've given me a development guide on XML data, that sort of thing, on how to input it, that sort of thing. And that's just a screenshot of my project log so far. So I've consulted the client. That's Jude. I'm just saying because obviously I don't have a real client. So I've done a risk assessment. I've contacted Travelline regarding my Android application, and I actually received a reply. They told me all the competition, which is what I've just put in here, and they've actually referred me to a data government set. There's 2 forms of data that you can take from online, which is the data set that's based on maps, which is not what I want. The second form is actually a license that you have to pay for, and that's just the focus. All that time we've been looking at Android. So, any questions?
How is yours different from what they've already got to get users to use your application over the
Well, for one, I don't want it across the UK. I want it just in Sheffield or possibly South Yorkshire. So I'm going to try and publicise it. If you notice, on that on that YouTube video, there was, on the bus stop you can see the number and everything. What I want is I want to incorporate that there. I don't want to remove it. I just want to, maybe I could contact Travel South Yorkshire, I want to maybe contact the Star and possibly get it incorporated and possibly hand over the application to them, so it could be like a little logo on just on there. It could, it could be like compatible with Android, that sort of thing. I want to make it just to Sheffield or South Yorkshire. So yeah, that's why it's different. The other ones use GPS. So yeah, there's not.
How do you mean the other ones use GPS? I don't understand what you mean.
To find where you are on your bus stop, it uses it just uses the GPS in the phone, and wherever you are, it'll find the nearest bus stops. So you can't actually input a bus number. It doesn't have the live feed data. It does use the live feed data, but just for GPS, which is different. And plus, it's across the UK, so it's not for Sheffield. I want something that's, like this. This is fairly new. This, isn't it? So. I want something that, so there's a lot of smartphone users, I bet they don't even know about these apps, even that GPS one. So I want something that's to Sheffield, kind of like that is, kind of what that is. Just want it to the Android and possibly iPhone if I could, later on in the development.
Have you researched any figures? Because, you go into quite a small target audience because you're limited to one city, well, Sheffield or South Yorkshire. And then the fact that it's only going to work on Android phones and not other types of phones. So
like I say, I'm going to try and get it to iPhone, which is the biggest app market. Android, I won't say Android's small.
Yeah, have you done any research on how many people actually want?
Well, the amount of people you see with smartphones now.
Yeah, but just because you've got a smartphone don't mean they want the program.
Well, everyone uses apps on their smartphone, so my point is, if I can just get that publicised, like I said, not many people know. I bet it doesn't even come into the head where they think, Oh yeah, I'll look at an app that uses bus times.
What I was saying, I wouldn't like some market research be a good idea to see. if
Yes, I
people
have done
actually
some
want it.
research into the market, but not in terms of what you just said there. I could do that, yeah.
Have you done any experimenting with writing
Good,
apps?
yeah. All I've got so far is an application that says "Hello World" and you put it into a text box, which is how basic I've got so far. But I'm going to try. It is quite hard, but I'm working on it. Yeah.
You doing a Gantt chart?
Yeah. I didn't put that in there because I'm a little bit behind on it and it's not fully accurate. So, which I need to update actually. So yeah. Thought my project log would be more useful because you can see what I've done so far. So
Are you happy with what's happened so far?
at first, when you pointed out the zaps to me, I was a bit worried. But then when I started looking into it more, I realised that they're not what I want. They're not. There's no out there for me. My idea, just for Sheffield or South Yorkshire. So is that it?